The simple act of pausing is so powerful. So powerful. In fact, I would say that this is the foundation of all spiritual evolution, is first pausing this constant search, this constant pursuit of something more, something greater, something better, some other experience or emotion or some accomplishment or possession or whatever it is. Pausing this constant pursuit and just becoming aware of the present moment. Just noticing your surroundings. When you look around, it just becomes so apparent how miraculous this all is, how strange and mysterious and bizarre and beautiful this life is. When you connect with that bigger perspective, that kind of bird's eye view of where you are and what you're doing, it's a complete miracle, right? Like every time our heart beats, every breath we take is a miracle. Every new day is a gift. From that perspective, you can start to recognize that in the grand scheme of things, all is well. There is a incredible power and intelligence and wisdom rippling through all of life in the way that the trillions of cells that make up our body seamlessly come together to form a unified, perfectly functioning single organism, in the way that giant trees burst out of tiny seeds, and how a caterpillar evolves into a butterfly. Like, this magic and intelligence of life is literally everywhere, and we are a part of it. And from this perspective, you can really move into a place of trust. Trusting that all is well. Trusting that in the midst of the present moment, however lost or confused or, stressed out we feel, on a deeper level, in the bigger picture, all is well. All is well. And when you bring that trust into your life, it's so powerful, because then you can kind of open up to a surrender. It's not a surrender as in giving up. It's a surrender as in coming back into conscious alignment with the natural flow of life. It's being fully present and still and aware, consciously breathing, and then moving back into the world of productivity and creation from a place of wisdom, from a place of presence, rather than from the ego mind. When we create from a place of presence, that's called flow. That's called flow. It's when we're totally present and almost effortlessly moving through creating, producing, moving, doing. And flow is not only peak performance, it's also peak enjoyment of the creative process. When we reconnect with beingness and we begin to flow through life, then we're also beginning to enjoy the process, the journey, rather than just being so fixated on reaching some destination in the future that we fully miss all enjoyment of the journey of the process, which ultimately there is really no destination, right? In Buddhism too, it's taught that we can never find that deeper contentment in the material world, in samsara. It comes from within. And when you think about what it means to discover peace and contentment from within, obviously it must begin here in the present moment, in the midst of life as it is, because here and now is all that life is made of. So even now, in this moment, we can turn our attention inwards to the place where attention is coming from. We can become aware of awareness. Can you feel the aliveness in your body? Can you feel the energy of life in your body? For me, when I feel inwardly, it almost feels as though the core of my being is here in the heart. And just resting there, rather than in the chaos of the mind, resting here in the heart. Heart-centered awareness. If you go into that with your attention, into this with your attention, into here and now with your attention, into your body with your attention, and just be present with what's happening here, you can really begin to taste a peace, a stillness, a silence that's inherent to what we are. And this is why the powerful spiritual teaching exists, that what we are looking for is within where we are looking from. Because when we live from presence, when we live from the heart, not only is that bringing more peace and love and joy into our lives and the lives of everyone around us, in my perspective, that's also the means and the end to spiritual evolution, to inner transformation. It all blossoms out of being still and present and centered and aligned in this present moment. Peace.